Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of the Odds Buff. Today I'm going to do another video where I'm going to explain some things because there's someone on YouTube which is incredibly upset that the Warspite can pen his textures. I don't know what angle he's sat at, but if we look at the textures now, if he's at this angle to this angle, if the Warspite hits here underneath the waterline at the bow, you're Citadel every single time. Every single time. You probably get the rare bounce, but you've also got to take into consideration that the armor belt is here. This is the armor belt. If the Warspite aims above that and hits this part here, it'll be full penetrations. It will not be Citadels, there will be full penetrations. So it will do a huge amount of damage, but it won't be as much damage as a Citadel. Now, this guy, he is begging for the Warspite to be butchered, to be absolutely... He's basically asking it to be removed, which... He sounds very upset. I'm not going to say his name because otherwise he's probably going to get a lot of backlash. So I won't say his name. But what I will say is stop complaining. Just shut up. It's not fair that tech tree ships can be nerfed and buffed and whatever because people don't have to pay for them. But when you get something like, right, for example, say people have the Prince Oregon, right? And then one day the devs say, right, we're going to nerf the range from 16 kilometers to 14 kilometers. People are going to be just unimaginably pissed off. They will be extremely annoyed at that because the devs will be nerfing a ship which they paid real money for. So when people are begging for a premium ship like the Warspite to be heavily nerfed when it's already been nerfed, it used to have one of the most accurate main batteries in the game. Now it has the most inaccurate main batteries in the games. But not only that, but if I look at this properly, 465, I think it also has the worst penetration in the game. Yeah, it's tied with the Fuso. Pennsylvania, I believe, will have more. Yeah, 491. So when people are complaining about this ship, saying, oh, it's unfair, oh, it can overmatch my armor, oh, you can do this and do that, what you got to take into consideration is if you're sat like this, sailing towards him, if he aims here, he's going to overmatch your bow every single time. He will punish you every single time. Because not only does he have 15-inch weapons, but they act more like semi-armor piercing, because in real life the Warspite fired AP, SAP and HE. So you got to take that in consideration, but you've also got to take into consideration that this ship has one of the most beautiful armor layouts I've ever seen in the game. And it's, yes, she doesn't have nowhere near as much armor as the Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania has 340, she has 330. The Japanese, I think, has less. Yeah, 305. But the Warspite is also incredibly susceptible to not Citadels, but full penetrations. You know, I'll just get this out of the way. Come on, go away, get out my face. Thank you. So, say a Warspite's like this. right, and you fire above the main belt, and you pen, say, this part here, or the superstructure, you are going to do full damage if all your shells, for some miracle reason, fly towards the enemy in a tight group and slap him with all of his shells. You're going to do maximum damage to him without doing citadel damage. So you're probably going to take between, I would say, like, if we look at, like, say a Warspite shoot a Warspite, right? AP damage 1000 to 1400, right? Okay, so the average damage would be, so we do 1400 times by 8, that will be 11,000 damage. So that's the average damage. So if he hits you, so a third of that, so 1400 times by 0.3, what is it? 33, 462, so, oh, god damn it. 462 equals times by 8, so that'll be roughly average of 7,504 damage. That's the average damage without doing citadel damage. So if you pen all your shots, now bear in mind this is Warspite versus Warspite. Say the friendly Warspite fires all of his guns and all of his shells hit either the superstructure or it hits the unarmored belt here. You're going to do full pen damage, not full citadel, but full pen damage. You may get the odd bounce and whatnot, but if all your shots hit right on target, you're going to do full pen damage. And that goes with every ship. Because the Warspite is armed with 15-inch guns, not 14-inch, it means that the Warspite, because if you're going at this angle, these are trap shots, which means if the shells come in at this angle and hit this part, they will overmatch that, they will penetrate the armor, and they will fuse within the ship and do full pen damage. So, because the armor system is a lot more complicated in Naval 1945 than in Naval 1918. And because the American battleships have all these weird curves and whatnot, when the Warspite pens, if it doesn't overpen, which is unlikely on a battleship, but if it does overpen, then bad luck. But if it doesn't, you're going to do full pen damage, and if all your shells actually pen and do full pen damage without doing citadel damage, you're going to do quite a bit of damage. But yeah, just take it into consideration that if you are steaming towards Warspite like this, and if he hits here, just below your bow armor here, like below the waterline, he's going to citadel you every single time. It may not be all citadels because the Warspite is horrifically inaccurate. Even with all of the perks, she is horrifically inaccurate. Her accuracy, her dispersion, reload, and I think it was something else. Dispersion, reload, and something else was nerfed. So her dispersion was one of the best at tier 6, and then it was nerfed, so she now has the worst dispersion at tier 6. Her pen was nerfed, and her reload was nerfed. She had one of the best reloads at tier 6, and now she's nerfed, and I think she's got a base reload. I think this is the same as the Fuso, if we actually have a look. No, it's not. Okay, that's interesting. So, yeah, I don't understand why people are absolutely bitching about this ship. Oh, it's so overpowered, it's this, then that. it really isn't overpowered. It's just how people use it. Some people are going to be gods in this thing. They're going to know how to use it. They're going to know how to angle. They're going to know how to use the guns. Because this ship has really, really, really good gun angles, it means that you can successfully angle at this ship and no one can pen you. At tier 6 and below, no one will be able to pen you when you're angling. Of course, if you show broadside, you're going to get absolutely smashed. But every ship has this weak spot where if you're sailing towards an enemy battleship or someone with a large caliber gun and they hit here just below the waterline, they're going to citadel you. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's probably to make it easy or whatnot, I'm not entirely sure. But if they hit this part here, they're going to citadel you every single time. I've done it. You can see that I do it in some of my videos. I always aim for battleship just below his bow, and every time I citadel him. I don't get all citadels because the dispersion just wants to mess around with me, but when I get 1 or 2 shells that hit directly just under this black line here, I get a citadel every single time, and it is so easy. And people complain. They do. People complain. They say, oh, you're hacking or whatnot. You're not hacking. You're just a very good player. You're just a really, really good player. So, to all the people out there that are absolutely crying their eyes out about this ship, just shut up, really. Don't spoil the fun for others. Just because you're in your Texas or you're in like a heavy cruiser or whatnot and you get overmatched by this ship every single time, it's probably because he's an incredibly good player, or it's probably because he's just got very big guns. These are 15-inch, which means 15-inch can overmatch 25mm. 406 or 16-inch can overmatch 27mm. So ships like the Warspite and the Pennsylvania and the Fuso, they all have I think it's 19mm, sorry, not 19, it's 19mm of bow armor, which means that the Warspite's going to overmatch you every single time. Every single time. It will overmatch you. If he aims just below the waterline, he's going to smash you. And it's going to hurt. It's going to really hurt. So yeah, that's the video. I'm getting a bit sick and tired of making these videos with people complaining. Just suck it up. Just shut up. Don't spoil the fun. I honestly believe, that premium ships should not be nerfed or buffed when they are released. When they're released, they should be left alone. End of. If they're bad, they're bad. If they're in an overpowered state when they're released, then the developers should have taken a little bit more time to, they should have released the ship in early access, let people just play around with it for a bit, maybe for like a test server or whatnot. But I believe, because people pay real money for these ships, I believe that people should not mess around with the stats of these premium ships, because it's not fair and it's not fun. It really isn't. The Warspite has already had her reload, her dispersion, and her pen nerfed into the ground, and people are still wanting it to be nerfed. They want the armor nerfed, they want the pen nerfed, they want the dispersion nerfed, and they want the reload nerfed. If this ship is nerfed even more, I will ask for a refund, because then what's the point of playing this ship when this has the joint worst pen at tier 6 for battleship. I struggle to pen broadside on Pennsylvanias. this ship really struggles. It's not as bad against the Fuso, but even against the Fuso, it struggles at times. So, you know, you can't really complain about this ship. It's not overpowered. It really isn't. If there's a good, competent player using this ship, they can make this ship overpowered. The ship is just strong. So, that's all I'm going to say. And if I have to make another video, hold on to your hats. Because I will create hell with people complaining because they can't play the game. And it just annoys me. It really annoys me. So, yeah, there is a weak spot below the bow here. If he's moving quite quickly towards you, and it has to be towards you, it can't be like that. It has to be towards you. I think the most extreme angle is like that. But if he's coming towards you like that, you have to aim about. It depends how fast if he's going. If he's going at full speed, it depends on the ship. If it's a Warspite and if he's going at full speed, you want to aim here. Depends on the range as well. But you want to aim like right here. And your shells will slam right into the water, right into his bow, and it will Citadel in every single time. Every single time. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If this video helped you out a bit with the Citadel weak spot, which is the bow, then give it a thumbs up. Put in the comment section what your favourite ship is, what ships you would like in the game, and whatnot. I am not particularly feeling well at the moment. So I'm probably going to take a few days off, just, you know, try and recoup and everything like that. I'll probably try and upload videos and whatnot, but you know, health comes first. So yeah, see you guys later. Peace.